Hi, happy Thursday, everybody. I haven't done a video in a while. I'm gonna start vlogging again, and I got my little thing to hold my phone, like a little suction pad thing for in the car, because I just like doing them when I'm driving. I don't know why. I just do, but try to get this out of my way. I want to talk about, I was going to do a vlog, but it's so much easier to vlog, right? About the energy hitting the planet, the spike in the Schumann resonance. So the Schumann resonance was found in the 50s, and it stays at about, we're just going to say 7.83 or something like that. And it's been like that since the 50s when it was found. Let's just say around 8. And in 2014, in spring of 2014, it started spiking. You know, at first it was just 10, 15, and it started spiking up to 20, and it kept going higher and higher and higher. And I thought it was from, I probably did videos about it before, we're going into an area of space as a whole planetary system, not just the whole solar system, not just our planet, but all the planets are going into a highly energized part of space in the galactic center. A lot of people call it a photon band, whatever. It's photonic energy, which is just light energy, but it vibrates at a lot higher speed. I also believe it's why a lot of people are waking up, because this is bombarding our planet. So I thought that was just the solo reason that we're spiking, and recently it's spiked a lot, like into the hundreds and hundreds, like 500, someone said. I don't know. I should probably go do a little bit more research on it, but I know in February of last year, just a year ago, it hit like 120. So, you know, it's you're talking at 120 versus like 8. That's a big difference. So what I think is adding to this quickening is not just the photonic energy that's hitting our planet from where we're sliding into space, but our collective consciousness. And the more people that are waking up, that are meditating and with the intent to raise their vibration, are also causing this vibration to rise on the planet. Because we, as a collective, the more people that wake up, maybe it was 100 people, then it was 1,000 people, then it was 100,000 people, then it was 1 million people. And as more and more wake up, pretty soon it'll be 2 million people, then 3 million people. And when you get that many people all over the planet holding a certain vibration with intent, the vibration will rise. Just like the outside sources coming in to raise our vibration, we're raising it from the inside of the planet as well, from the inside of the solar system, from our point of view. So excuse me, you know, I complain a lot about, well, I don't complain, but I do like to draw awareness to our poisoned skies and our poisoned food and our poisoned water, which I'm sure by now everybody's pretty familiar with. But none of us do anything. And, you know, if we put all of our voices together, we would be a very powerful voice. So it's time for us to come together and do something about, you know, the inhumane ways that are going on this planet. And I also try to look at the positive side of things. So let's just take chemtrails. With the chemtrails that are going on, at first I was like very angry. I was like, damn it, you know, they're poisoning our skies. And then I was like, well, maybe they're doing it to put a protective barrier between us and this photonic energy that's coming in. So you could look at it a bad way, like they don't want it to reach us, or you could look at it as a good way and say, maybe if it reaches us too quickly, so many people won't be able to handle it, and it'll be more harmful than good if it just blasts us all at one time. So, you know, I'm not sure which it is. I do know that it causes a lot of discomfort for a lot of people. I mean, we all know the skies they're always hazy. We don't get those blue skies like we did when we were little kids. But, you know, I don't know if it's, I do believe it's keeping some of those energies out, and I don't know if it's good or bad, but if those energies aren't getting to us like they should be or need to be, We can do something from the inside, which is us on this planet, and we can raise that vibration up. Eventually we'll break through any kind of barrier that's up there. So if you think your voice is not important, you could not be further from the truth. Everybody's voice is important right now. Everybody's thoughts are important. If you think your thoughts aren't important, you are just as wrong as you could be. Your thoughts create your reality, period. What you believe is what you're gonna achieve in your resistance. So if you believe the world is an ugly place, then guess what? Your world is gonna be ugly. If you believe the world is a beautiful place, then guess what? Your world is gonna be beautiful. So you really need to pay attention to not only your words, but your thoughts as well. They're just as powerful as your words, people. Do not be sending out negative thoughts to people. If you get angry at someone, bless them. Send them blessings. It's the best thing you can do, not only for them, but for yourself. Whatever you send back comes back to you as well. So if you're sending out ugly thoughts about somebody, you're going to get those ugly thoughts back. So, if someone aggravates you to the point that, you're like, oh, damn it, I wish they just shut up, leave me alone or whatever, instead of blessing them, then that negative emotion that you intended is going to stay in your reality. And that's just not good. You don't want that in your bubble, in your space, in your toroidal field. So, as far as all of us coming together, a lot of people are doing unity meditations on Sundays at certain times and stuff like that. Here's the deal, folks. Every day that you meditate is a unity meditation, because I promise you somewhere on this planet, someone is also meditating at the same time you are. And yes, they are more powerful in groups. That is absolutely correct. But you can be doing your part every single day by taking a little bit of time out of your day with intention to raise the vibration on this planet. So let's say you can call it meditation, you can call it prayer, you can call it whatever you want to. I don't really care, but we need to do it. We need to, because the more of us that do it, the more and the quicker we will bring heaven on earth. So I want to talk about one last thing, and then I will close. And that is, damn, I just had it in my mind. Yes, I'm still smoking. But they're organic cigarettes. They're auras. So they're only water and tobacco, which is kind of cool. But I want to talk about the light and the dark. And what I mean when I'm talking about the light and the dark is we have been, humanity, the planet, all living things, not just humanity, have been under control of dark forces for some time. We don't want to talk about it, and I'll give you a perfect example and like how I felt about it. And that's I don't know if you've heard of Pizzagate, and if you're not familiar with Pizzagate, maybe you're familiar with Pedogate. They're pretty much the same thing, and if you're not familiar with either of those, maybe you're familiar with Corey Feldman talking about being raped in Hollywood, or I know Kesha talking about her manager that, did inappropriate things to her. And a lot of people, not only in Hollywood, but, we've heard about the body parts they're selling from the abortion clinics. And, people, this shit's real. It's just real. And that is a dark force on this planet. Poisoning our waters, poisoning our skies, poisoning our food, poisoning our children, raping our children, sex trafficking, human trafficking, period, trafficking body parts. When I first heard about it, I was really mad I was really mad at the person who had talked about it, who said this is what's going on, be mad at the messenger. And that's quite normal to be mad at the messenger. So be mad at me if you want, but we need to realize it's real. It was just so horrific when I heard about it that I just didn't want to believe it. It was so outlandish and crazy. I really closed my mind off to it. But the only reason I bring it up now is because the light forces are making more than a dent than you know about on this planet right now. They are bringing down the dark forces. These people have been controlling our planet for millennia. People, thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It is not recent. And you know, all these WikiLeaks and these vaults that are being taken out, the Podestas, Seth Rich being killed, you know, it is coming to the light, all this child trafficking and human trafficking and organ being sold on the black market, and all the poisoning of our planet. It's all coming out. And as the dark go down, because they've been in control for so long, not just your lifetime, but lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, as they go down and they know they're going and being destroyed right now, they're going to pop off with more and more and more ugly things, because I mean, they know they're losing, so why not just come out full force swinging and try and, you know, stay on top of the water, or take out as much as they can as they're being destroyed. So like the Las Vegas, and then the Texas shootings at the church, and then I believe it was yesterday, the day before, there was a shooting in an elementary school in California. These, unfortunately, I don't watch any kind of TV or mainstream news or anything like that. I do only use alternative sources online. But there are probably going to be more of these events as the dark is being controlled, being, you know, as we close in on the dark forces. They're going to be popping off as much as they can, kind of like a sink or swim kind of thing. And even though they can't swim, they're pulling as much down with them as they go down as they can. So, you know, in light of that, we have to realize that we all, as a collective humanity, have made such a difference for Team Light, go Team Light, that they are crumbling. And it is now that you, if you don't feel like making your voice heard, you know, share YouTube videos, share articles that you read about this stuff, plant seeds in people's minds that you know, to make them aware that their intentions, their thoughts, their prayers, their meditations, their voice, and even not their voice, you know, it is making a difference right now. And it is time to take this planet back. It is time to bring heaven on earth. It is time to come together as a humanity, as a species. It's time to right the wrongs that have been done to this planet. You know, all these volcanoes and earthquakes. My God, we have raped and pillaged this planet for so long. Of course, she's pissed off and fighting back. We have taken her resources and haven't replenished them. It's enough, people. It's just time. It's time for change. Be the change you want to see in the world. If you want a beautiful world, you have got to be that change as well. You know, you just do. You can't expect change if you're not willing to help out to create that change. So be the change you want to see, and it will flourish and happen faster. It's like the 100 monkey effect. If you don't know what that is, Google it. You know, and so that's what's going on right now. Team Light it's taking the stage and winning. I am on Team Light, definitely. I am done with the darkness, and I have grandchildren to think about, and great-grandchildren that aren't here yet, and great-great-grandchildren that aren't here yet. And this, how we leave this planet to them, does matter to me a lot, and I want to be part of that change that we're bringing to this planet for our future generations. And I hope that anyone that this reaches feels the same. So I leave you in love and light and peace and love, and I hope everyone is doing well and has a fantastic Thursday, and keep on keeping on, you guys. Bye.